So YouTube, I know it's been a while. I don't know, I figured like probably the best way or an easy way for me to get back into the flow of things of how I used to have these videos going is to have like a little studio tour. It's been a while since the last one, and there's some things that have changed. Like I got some other new stuff, or I got rid of some stuff, you know what I mean. So yeah, this video I'm just gonna go through my gear and yeah, just go through my gear around this room. So yeah, the first thing I want to mention is the head of the studio. This is where everything goes to. This is like my main piece right here. My main piece is the 2500. I've had this now since like 2022, 2021, some shit like that. 2021, I think. And yeah, that's where everything heads to, kinda. This is where the main piece of the idea of the beat goes to. Fucking 16 pads, great ass sampler. Yeah. So then after this, and this is probably I think my newest thing I got right here, which is the Technics 1200 Mark II or 1210 Mark II. Direct drive turntable. The one I had before was a belt drive, and it was kind of wonky on the pitch, so I had to get a new one. And yeah, it wasn't too bad. I got it on off-road for like 400 bucks. And I have that going into this preamp I received from a coworker. Let me show you it. I'm running the Technics to this Gemini PMX 100A preamp mixer. You know, it does the job. It gets the signal up to like line level, and yeah, it's kind of just one of those necessities I need to have with the turntable. Next thing in my studio setup that I use a lot, so after the turntable, after the record goes to the preamp and the turntable, I have it go to the SP555. I got this from my boy Miles, Mr. Screamy Beats. And yeah, I run the sample through here. I just press the line in, make sure the line in level is good and the volume level is a good level. And then right here it has effects. I can have an effect on the signal coming in, so I use it kind of like an EQ. So if I want just the bass, you know, I only have the bass going. If I want just like the mids, same thing, I just have the mids going. And I have that going straight into my MPC record, and that's how that's how I capture the sample. So it goes from turntable, preamp, into 555. I do some effects if I really want to. I just leave it sometimes, and then it goes into here, and that's how I capture the sample. And then in here, that's where I do all the chopping, and I layer more stuff onto it. So I think next I'm gonna talk about my synth. Another important piece in my studio setup is my MS-20, my Korg MS-20 Mini. My friend gave me this. His name is Arthur Winter, a great friend of mine. And yeah, dude, I just been using it like a sub. It's fucking powerful as fuck, and it gets deep. It's kind of like an 808, but not really. It's like its own thing. So yeah, I have this MIDI sequence with the MPC 2500. So I have this controlled by another keyboard, because this, if I try to play through here, it doesn't capture it. But I have another keyboard that does it for me. So I have that. I might do a video on like the patch maybe one day. Then I'm going over here and show you more synths. So right here I have the JU06A by Roland. It's a cool little small synth. It's like a sound module. It has the 106 and the 60 in it, and has 8 banks with 8, I think, yeah, 8 patches in each bank times 2, because there's one for each synth. so it has a lot of sounds. And then yeah, same thing like with the MS20. I have this hooked up via MIDI to my MPC 2500, so I have this running with the beat. So let's say I have a sample, I have drums, and then with the MIDI I have the synth, the MS20 for the bass, and I have this on top of it for like an organ, pad, or whatever. So it's very versatile, and then I really like it. So after this I'll show you the controller. So yeah, this is the Yamaha So3. I really just use this as a MIDI controller right now. The sounds are cool and all. Sometimes I'll use one, but it's really, I just have it for the controller, for the keys. So I have this hooked up to the MPC 2500 via MIDI in and via MIDI out, because the other two synths only have MIDI in going to them, and this one has a MIDI out, so I could have these notes play the JO6 sound module, or I could play the MS20 sound module in a sense. So that's what I use it for right now. I mean, sometimes I do use it for the sounds. If I really want like a piano, electric piano sound, I use it for that. But yeah, that's how I have it hooked up. And then this is my prized possession, one of my prized possessions. So this is the Vox Continental. Okay, this is the Vox Continental. This is the same shit Ray Manzarek from the Doors used for like songs like Light My Fire and, you know, the whole thing. So I got lucky with this. I got it at the thrift store for 50 bucks. It was originally $1,000, but then if you wait a week, it's half off. I waited a week, so I was expecting to pay 500, but then at the cashier they fucked up the decimal point and it was only 50 bucks, bro. And it works. Like some things don't. Like let's say this note's like only real high and then this one's real low. I don't know. I think I just gotta clean the contacts, but I haven't had a chance to open it. So yeah, I use this in my beats. I record this out via I have to use an amp for this. Like it's kind of like an electric guitar in a way. So I use this recording to my amp, and it goes through my amp. Put up a mic to the amp, and that's it. You know, while I'm on the subject of guitars and amps, might as well just go through my guitars and amps. You know what I mean? So just to show you my guitar. This is a Gibson Standard Les Paul. I got this Fox 2021 because I had some, like, I just had like a good amount of cash, and my friend, he was the guy that got me into like all this shit, right? Like guitars and synths. And he's like, yo, on eBay, he's like, yo, if I have money, I'll get this. I bet, bro. And I bought that shit. And yeah, I play this shit like, I try to play it every day. But I'm not, you know, I'm not the best. But I know, I just enjoy it. Like some Stone songs. You know, so I have this Gibson Les Paul Standard, and then I have this Epiphone Thunderbird bass, because when I first started like with the instruments, I was on the bass. This is like my instrument, so I bought this off a friend of a friend, and yeah, I still haven't changed the strings since then. It's kind of fucked up, but shit, gets me noises, you know, gives me a nice low end, and yeah, I fuck with this shit. T-Bird. And right here at the bottom, that's what I use mainly for my guitar to plug in and play. It's the Ampeg AC12. It's an accordion amp. That's what it was marketed for. I use it as a guitar. It's kind of like the GT12 Ampeg, but there's something in the circuit that's a little different. But yeah, it gives me great tones. And yeah, it's from like 60 something. Got it off of eBay. Then one on top, it's a Gibson like RVT 20 or some shit. It's good. I think I just gotta change the tubes on it. It was the first one I had, and that's what I was rocking with, the Les Paul. But it was very like bright, so I had to get the Ampeg. Yeah, and then I don't have a bass cab. The one I do have is like fucked up. I don't use it. And then, you know, side note, this is all my records. I get records. One of the most important things in my setup is this Teac Model 3 mixer. I run pretty much, if I have time, I run everything through it. So I have like the MPC, I have the direct outs going into here, two EQs on it, each channel, and then I could use it to have reverb and shit. Via the Q's right there, is the mix section. And yeah, I got this shit up by like San Francisco, Boulder Creek. Oh shit, it was a good time when I went. And yeah, it's still here. And yeah, it's pretty dope. I fuck with it. And then you can see here on the side, I have the Roland SP404 Mark II. I was using it like on my lunch breaks and shit to make beats. If you've been on my channel, you'd remember me being on my truck making beats and shit. But now I mainly use it for like effects, honestly. I have a sample going through it, some effects like filter sweeps and shit. But yeah, I don't really use it so much now. Now this is what makes it all possible, in my opinion. So right here I have RME Fireface 800. It's an older interface. It needs like a Firewire, and then has to go to Thunderbolt 2 and then Thunderbolt 3 to USB-C. It's a whole thing, right? But it still works on my computer. It gives me 10 inputs, 10 outputs, and that's how I can record everything into Pro Tools. Okay, and then this is my Patchbay. I have everything hooked up to here. Nothing's like directly into each other. Everything's into this Patchbay, MPC, SP555, the mixer, all my synths, everything is here. So then I could patch where I want my signal. So if I have my MPC right here, if I don't want to use the mixer, if I want the individual outs, it goes straight into the RME ins. Or if I'm using just a synth and I want to send that to the mixer, boom, to the Teac line in, and direct outs goes into the RME. Okay, and then right here I got the Lexicon MX400. It's a reverb. I use it whenever I mix and I want a reverb, you feel me, or delays. Yeah, so this is really what changed everything. If y'all remember my channel, I had the Tascam Model 24. It was cool, it was nice, it was big, and it had a lot of inputs, but it didn't have a lot of outputs. That was kind of what drew me away from it. I wanted outputs so I could send now signal from Pro Tools up into this, so I could have a board mix in a sense, and then send that back out into Pro Tools, and I have a board mix, you know what I mean? I couldn't do that with the Tascam Model 24, so that's what made me change everything. So yeah, this is really one of the most important changes I've made since the last video right here. I just mentioned this because it's in my studio. I have the Scarlett 2i2. I have so I stream my beat making process. So in order for me to capture my sound, I need one of these. So that's what I use to capture my my sound for streaming whenever I do stream. And then the recorder, the thing that captures everything so I can play it back and have it for you guys, is Pro Tools. I use Pro Tools every day, every time I record, every time I mix, every time whatever. Pro Tools, Pro Tools, Pro Tools, Pro Tools. Yeah. But if I make beats and shit, I use FL Studio. What is FL? I use FL Studio also. But it's mainly Pro Tools. Pro Tools is the shit. In my monitoring setup, I have the JBL's 305, I think that's what they're called. It's like the latest, it's not the latest generation. It's like they're couple years old now. I have those, and then I have a sub. So it's the 2 speakers and the sub, and that's what I use to monitor everything I do. And I have the SonarWorks software, so it corrects my room and shit, you know. So yeah, I think that's it. I think I went through everything. So yeah, YouTube, that's pretty much it. That's my whole studio. That's all the gear and stuff. And like I've explained, everything's connected to that Patchbay. That Patchbay is like into the interface, and the interface Pro Tools, and that's how I connect everything. So a lot has changed. I've learned a lot. I work at a studio now. I work for like Paramount Recording as a runner, and I went to school for like audio engineering. So a lot has changed now with this new information. Sorry y'all, my camera fucking died. But yeah, like I was saying, like I learned a lot. I've been learning a lot still. So if you guys have any questions in particular of anything, of any setup or of any gear, you know, drop it down in the comments. But yeah, I should be more active on YouTube. Give me ideas of what kind of videos y'all like to see. And yeah, I'm be consistent making beats and shit. Yeah, I hope this video was like informative. You know, it was informative so y'all could see, or at least y'all could see my progress. Like, I know I haven't been active on YouTube, but I've still been making music like every day, or something music related every day. It's not particularly I'm making music every day, but I'm doing something to at least help me, like play guitar or whatever, or like practice some drumsticks. But yeah, I showed y'all the whole thing, the whole shebang. And yeah, I hope y'all fuck with this shit. See you at the next video.